If your breakfast game is locked in, but your waist still isn't shrinking, the problem isn't breakfast, it's lunch. Most women over 40 are eating the weakest meal of their entire day right in the middle of it. Low protein, low fiber, high carb, or worse, skipping it altogether. And that one meal is stalling all of your weight loss goals. I'm about to show you one of the exact lunch bowls I share with my client. It takes 3 minutes, no cooking, no meal prep, and it's one of the biggest reasons my clients are finally seeing their waist shrink after 40. I call it the slim waist bowl. In this video, I'm going to break down every single ingredient, why each one matters specifically for your body after 40, and how to throw it all together in under 3 minutes. This is the same approach that helped me lose 49 pounds after 2 C-sections. And since then, I've been coaching women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, even 70s, helping them lose belly fat without restriction, without starving. And the average woman loses between 2 to 4 pounds in their first week and 2 to 4 inches off of their waist in the first couple of weeks alone. And I'll tell you right now, the women who are actually shrinking their waist after 40 are not eating complicated lunches. They're eating smart ones. And if you want to speed things up even more, you can grab my free 24-hour flat belly and bloat guide in the description below. Here's what you're looking at. Around 420 calories, 38 grams of protein, 13 grams of fiber, and a solid dose of healthy fats and anti-inflammatory nutrients. Prep time is just about 3 minutes, zero cooking. Protein for protein, fiber for fiber, minute for minute. There is nothing simpler you can eat at lunch that does this much for women over 40. Ingredient number 1, 4 ounces of pre-cooked grilled chicken. You can use rotisserie chicken, grilled chicken strips, whatever you have. The key is that it's already done. No cooking required. You're getting about 31 grams of protein right there. That's the foundation of the entire bowl. Here's why this matters so much after 40. Your muscles are literally disappearing. Women lose 3 to 8% of their muscle mass every single decade after 30. After 40, it speeds up even more. And here's the part most women miss. You can't just eat a big protein dinner and call it a day. Your body can only use about 30 to 40 grams of protein at a time to build muscle. Anything beyond that in a single meal just gets wasted. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that women who spread their protein evenly across 3 meals built 25% more muscle than women who ate the same total amount but loaded it all into one meal. Same protein, completely different results. The difference was the distribution. I had a client 51 who was eating 80 grams of protein a day, which sounds decent, but she was eating 50 of those grams at dinner and barely 12 at lunch. Her lunch was usually a salad with no protein or some crackers and hummus. We swapped her lunch for a bowl like this one. Within 5 weeks, she told me her arms looked more toned, her energy in the afternoon stopped crashing, and she lost 2 inches off of her waist. Same total calories. We just moved the protein to where her body could actually use it. That's the power of protein timing when you're a woman after 40. It's not just about how much, it's when. Ingredient number 2, 2 big handfuls of spinach and kale. Just toss it into the bowl. The chicken goes on top. You're getting about 2 grams of fiber here, plus iron, magnesium, and vitamin K. But here's what most women don't know. Leafy greens contain a compound called DIM. It sounds complicated, but here's what it means for you. DIM helps your body process estrogen properly. After 40, when your estrogen is fluctuating up and down, your body can start storing extra estrogen in your belly. That's one of the reasons your waist gets thicker even when you're eating clean. Leafy greens help your liver clear that extra estrogen out. I had another client, 48, who told me she was doing everything right, but her midsection kept getting thicker. She was eating salads, but they were iceberg lettuce with ranch dressing. No dark greens, no fiber, no nutrient density. We switched her to spinach and kale base with actual protein on top. Within 3 weeks, she said the puffiness around her midsection started going down. Not from eating less, from eating smarter. Your greens are doing more than you think after 40. They're not just a filler food, they're hormonal support. Ingredient number 3, half a cup of shelled edamame. You can buy these frozen and just thaw them for 60 seconds under warm water. Done. Here's why edamame is a non-negotiable after 40. You're getting 9 grams of protein and 4 grams of fiber in just a half cup. That's a double hit, but the real reason I include this is the phytoestrogen. After 40, your natural estrogen is declining. Phytoestrogens are plant compounds that gently support your estrogen receptors. They're not replacing your hormones. They're giving your body a little backup during a time when everything is changing. And here's the part nobody talks about. Edamame also keeps your blood sugar stable. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes at lunch, your cortisol goes up. And your cortisol after 40 is the belly fat hormone. Your belly has 4 times more cortisol receptors than anywhere else on your body. So when cortisol spikes, your body literally directs fat straight to your midsection. I had another client, 65, who was crashing every single afternoon around 2 p.m. She'd get foggy, tired, cranky, and then she'd reach for something sweet just to get through the day. We added edamame to her lunch bowl, and within a week, no more afternoon crashes. No more 2 p.m. slump. No more sugar cravings at 3 p.m. That's what happens when you stabilize your blood sugar at lunch instead of spiking it. Ingredient number 4, a quarter of an avocado and a tablespoon of lemon tahini dressing. I know some of you are thinking, fat in a weight loss bowl? Yes, here's why. After 40, your hormones are made from fat. If you cut fat too low, your body can't produce the hormones it needs. And when your hormones are off, your belly fat gets worse, not better. A quarter avocado gives you 3 grams of fiber and healthy fat that actually supports hormone production. The tahini adds a little calcium and a little bit more healthy fat also. And the lemon, that's not just flavor. Lemon supports your liver, and your liver is an organ that clears excess estrogen and processes cortisol too. You're also getting another 3 grams of fiber from the avocado alone, which pushes your total bowl fiber to about 13 grams. That's nearly half of your target in one meal. I had another client, 44, who had been doing low-fat dieting for years. She was eating 20 grams of fat a day total. Her skin was dry, her hair was thinning, and her belly fat would not move. We added healthy fats back into her lunch and dinner. Within 6 weeks, her hair started growing back thicker. Her skin cleared up, and she lost 3 inches off of her waist. She literally said to me, I can't believe I was starving my body of the one thing it actually needed. Fat is not the enemy after 40. The wrong fat is. But the right fat in the right amount is what your hormones are actually begging you for. Now, I already know what some of you are thinking. Shar, I really don't eat much. I just snack. I graze throughout the day, or I'm so busy I just skip it and eat a big dinner. I get it. I used to do the same exact thing for years. Grab a handful of crackers here, a granola bar there, maybe some fruit. And then by 7 p.m., I was eating every single thing I laid my eyes on in the kitchen. And I'm gonna say something some of you might not like, but I'm saying it because it's true. After 40, skipping lunch or replacing it with snacks is one of the fastest ways to gain belly fat. Here's what actually happens. When you skip a real lunch, your blood sugar drops, your cortisol spikes. And remember, cortisol after 40 sends fat straight to your belly. Then by the evening, your hunger hormones are so out of control that you overeat at dinner and snack all night long. A study found that women who ate late or skipped lunch lost about 25% less weight than women who ate lunch before 2 p.m., even when their calories were exactly the same. It's not about eating less, it's about eating at the right time with the right nutrients. I had another client, 62, who had been a grazer her whole life. She never sat down for a real lunch. She'd pick at small things all day and then eat a huge dinner at 7:30. Her waist had been stuck for years. When I told her to stop grazing and start eating a real lunch bowl with real protein and fiber before 1:30 p.m., she thought I was adding too much food. Within 1 month, she lost 11 pounds and 3 inches off of her waist. She told me, I'm eating more food during the day than I ever have, but I'm losing weight for the first time in years. That's what happens when you stop starving your body during the day and flooding it at night. Your body is not designed to run on snacks and willpower until dinner. It's designed to be fueled. When you fuel properly at lunch, it stops holding on to fat for survival. Here's the part nobody talks about. Lunch is the most neglected meal for women over 40. Studies show the average woman eats only about 15 to 18 grams of protein at lunch. That's less than half of what you need to trigger muscle building and keep your hunger hormones calm for the rest of the day. And it's not because women don't care. It's because lunch is the meal where life gets in the way. You're busy, you're running around, you're taking care of everyone else. So lunch becomes whatever's fast, whatever's easy, or whatever's left over. And most of the time that means high carb, low protein, low fiber. This bowl fixes exactly that. 3 minutes, no cooking, no decision. You make the same bowl, you don't think about it, and you've already won the second half of your day. The women I coach who get the best results aren't the ones with the most willpower. They're the ones who built systems that don't require willpower at all. This bowl is one of those systems. One bowl, 3 minutes, 0 decisions. That's the cheat code for lunch after 40. So let me put this all together for you. The Slim Waist Bowl works because it's doing 5 things at once for your body that's over 40. 1, it hits 38 grams of protein at lunch, which protects your muscle and keeps your hunger hormones calm all afternoon and even into the evening too. 2, it delivers 13 grams of fiber, which feeds your gut, slows digestion, and helps your body process estrogen properly. 3, it stabilizes your blood sugar so you don't crash at 2 p.m. and reach for sugar. 4, it includes healthy fats that support hormone production your body needs after 40. And 5, it takes 3 minutes with 0 cooking, which means you'll actually do it. Consistency beats perfection every single time. 5 things, 1 bowl, 3 minutes. That's why it works. So here's what I want you to do. Try the Slim Waist Bowl for 3 days straight. That's it, 3 days. Pay attention to 2 things. First, how you feel at 3 p.m. No more crash. No more brain fog. Second, how you feel at 8 p.m. Your cravings will go down or disappear completely. I promise. And if you want to lose belly fat even faster, you can grab my free 24-hour flat belly and bloat guide in the description below. It pairs perfectly with this bowl. And remember, you're not alone in this. I've been exactly where you are, and I've helped hundreds of women just like you shrink their waist with simple changes just like this one. It doesn't take a complete diet overhaul. Sometimes it just takes fixing one meal that you've been ignoring. And if you haven't tried the breakfast version of this, the Lean Waist Bowl, you can check out my video on that right here.